BSN fans. This is the coach, Matt Bright, here with the head coach of the Couts Lions. Coach, you got to help me with your last name again.
Joubert. Joubert. People in Louisiana say Joubert.
Well, I heard somebody earlier, I think it was on the other broadcast, they had said Coach Joubert, and I'm like, I like that. French name, I like that. So,
yes, sir.
Coach, here we are.
Yes,
Night
sir.
before, big game today against La Pan and took them to the semifinals, and now we're going to the finals once again.
We looking forward to it. La Pan was a tough one tonight. We beat them by 38 about 2 weeks ago in this championship game of them at their tournament. Turn around tonight, back and forth, but they're a well-coached team. We know it's going to come back, be a back-and-forth game. But the kids found a way. I was very proud of the effort that they had tonight, and they just found a way. Kept believing in what we was doing and continue to do it to the best of their ability, and we found a way to win at the end of the game.
Well, I'm just going back and looking at some of your scores over this tournament here, the Hoop Heaven tournament, which, and this is one of the best tournaments in Texas. But, the first game out of the box, you score 113 over Sabine. You come back and you beat the host tournament, the host team, Tenaha, 84-35. And then tonight, 65-52 over La Pan. I know that, like you said, you played them before, beat them by 30.
Yes, sir.
You've been coached long enough. You know it's hard to beat somebody two or three times.
It's hard to beat somebody like that 2 or 3 times, and they're a well-coached team, and like I said, and they have a lot of tradition. So when you got that tradition, they defended state champs 2 years in a row. They won it back-to-back. So, it's hard to beat a team like that, and the fight and the tradition that they have. And we kind of left a bad taste in their mouth when we beat them, because I heard that was the first time that they ever lost in their tournament over there, and we beat them pretty bad. So I knew that they wanted to get us back, and I just tried to make my guys understand that to stay humble and keep working each and every day, because we know we was going to see them probably back in this tournament. That's what happened.
And it helps. I know I was looking at your roster. It helps that you have 8 seniors on your team.
Yes, sir.
They come back. Having that kind of experience that you have with the 8 seniors, how big is that to have that experience in a tournament like this with the big name schools that's in it and the top ranked teams?
That's very big, because these guys here have been in the battles. Some of them have been playing since their freshman year. My point guard, Zach Sells, he's been a starter for me for the last 4 years. So he's been in these type of situations, and we've been able to, to grow over the last 4 years together as well, as a coach and player position. But some of them other guys, they start playing more their sophomore years. So some have been playing sophomore and junior and senior years. It's their 3rd year on varsity right there. Wow. So we have a lot of experience with some of those guys that come back and have been battle tested. I think their freshman year we went 2 rounds in the playoffs. The sophomore year we kind of came in 5th right there in the district. We was playing for the 4th place game. The team beat us, and so we bounced back their junior year, and that's when we went to the regional finals and lost to Hitchcock. And so we hoping and praying that this year here as seniors we can get them back to the state tournament in San Antonio.
Well, being in the program for 4 years, that helps.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It helps. And
like I said, they know the in and out, certain things that we do with our program. When I'm making plays or making calls, it's kind of like, we've been there before, and so when you got that veteran leadership, they've been in the fight and they know certain situations that we've been in, and so they can learn from those old situations, so now we won't make the same type of mistakes.
Coach, you told me last night we were sitting down just chit-chatting. You told me last night that you've been in this tournament now 5 years?
15 years.
15 years, and you've won it 5.
5, yes, sir.
Well, how special would it be to win your 6th one?
It's special. It's special to come here and to play the type of caliber teams that we play here, and to beat some of the teams here. It's a special event. But anytime that you can beat the teams that's here and win the championship here, you always feel good about your chances to make it far in the playoffs. And this is what they're setting you up for. These type of tournaments here are setting you up for the regional tournament, which now they're not going to have a regional tournament, but for playoff games, it's a playoff atmosphere. Tonight was a playoff atmosphere against La Pan, and that's what we wanted to see. And I told my kids, this is what you wanted, this is what you asked for, and this is what we in. And so we got to step up to the occasion and rise.
Before we get to your matchup tomorrow, you brought it up about the regional. What are your thoughts being a coach as long as you have it, and the change in the regional? What are your thoughts? We've been getting mixed emotions.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts?
It's different emotions and stuff, but it's kind of make the playing level kind of even for a lot of small schools, because we're a small school. We 330 kids. We one of the smallest 3A schools, and so when we playing somebody like Tatum, 500, 400, whatever they have, I know they have a whole lot more kids than us, but there's other teams that's in our district, Orangefield, 500, they right at the top. So it's kind of tough, you know, when you got 330 kids and they got 500 kids to, you know, but taking nothing away from Kuntz and what we have over there, those guys are just, no matter what, if we're big or small, they just find a way. We play a tough schedule. We play a tough non-district schedule. We play 4A and 5A schools as well as some big 3As, just trying to make us better, you know, each and every day. And that's what I try to tell my guys. We don't care if we're playing a 5A or 6A program or 4A. We need to step up to that, because in the past, that's what we've done. We don't care who they are. We're just going to come out to play each and every day. And that's going to make us better. This type of games here, you know, playing the big schools in the preseason, going to make us better for the playoffs. And that's what we step up.
Absolutely. And that's where tomorrow, number 1, Kuntz, number 2, Tatum.
Yeah.
Now, we were just talking before we went on air that, you know, they will probably be the big school, hopefully out of their district,
Yes, sir.
and y'all will be the small school.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We could be seeing 2 state championship teams tomorrow
Yes, sir.
against each other.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on Tatum and you know, going, if the Lions pull this off tomorrow, how big is that for you and the team going into the playoffs in district?
It's big because I know last year we played them last year here at the tournament, I think, for 3rd place, and we beat them pretty good. So I know they have a bad taste in their mouth, too, and they want to get us back. So it's been some chit-chat, different things that they've been posting and stuff like that. But I know Coach Carr. I know his philosophy. He beat me in some crucial games. You know, it's one that stick with me. I mean, every day I think about it. You know, he hit a shot at the buzzer. One of his guys hit a shot at the buzzer to go to the state tournament. So that kind of stuff sticks in my head. And, you know, and it makes you grow as a coach, because, you know, we text back and forth sometimes all the time. And I just tell him that he made me a better coach and put me in some situations and stuff that I always remember in the back of my, you know, head, and I'm always telling my kids, I've been in certain situations and I can learn from those situations. That's what I try to tell them, because that shot they hit in 2014 off the glass with no time left on the clock, Coach. And I mean, it hurts you to the heart right
so
now.
You'll never forget.
And
you'll
never forget. And they went to the state tournament, Coach. You know, that was a game at SFA, and they beat us right there at the buzzer. And they beat me another time before that when I had some big time players for me that year. Graylin Arnold, my point guard, he was just a freshman that year, I think, and they ended up beating us at Angelina. So it's 2 big wins that Coach Carr got over me, you know, and that really kind of hit me to the heart.
Right.
But that one right there at the buzzer, man, and that's something I think about all the time. I see it all the time on YouTube and stuff like that, and I be like, man, how did we let that slip away? But it's learning experiences, and that's what I try to tell these kids here. So it's going to be big tomorrow. You know, I just want these guys to come out here and play, because it's not about me or Coach Carr. It's about them and what they do.
But I know Coach Carr, and he wouldn't do it maliciously, but don't be surprised if you don't get a text message in the morning with the video. So, hey, remember?
Yeah, Coach. He's a first-class act. He talked to me yesterday before the game. He said, man, I see everybody been talking about them Kuntz line. Y'all back. But these guys deserve it. You know, they deserve the recognition for it, because they've been through some battles. You know, from the last 4 years, when some of these guys step up as freshmen into the sophomore year when we come up short. Didn't make the playoffs. We was playing for that 4th spot, like I said. And then last year to the regional finals, playing Hitchcock. And now Hitchcock will be another big school. So, you know, if it came down to last year, we wouldn't have had a chance to play them. You know, they would have been big school. But going back to the big school, small school, I think it levels the playing field, you know, for a lot of teams like that.
Well, and I think, too, it's going to, like you said, levels a team, but you're going to have teams that deserve to be the state champions, you know. And so, speaking of Tatum, a couple of questions. I'll let you go. I know you're going to get some sleep. So, what is the key to victory tomorrow for the Lions, and who do you believe on the Eagles that has to be stopped? If it can't be stopped, at least slowed down. They're. I mean, I've watched them.
They're a dynamic team.
They are.
I saw them today a little bit for the first time. I never watched film on them because I would have Because I wasn't worried about Tatum right now. You know, I'm worried about other teams in our district and stuff trying to get out of the district race. But you look at them today, I know the one of the guys, the Bradley kid, I mean, coached against his dad and stuff like that as well. I know what he brings to the table each and every game. I was watching him out there today, and he was a monster out there today. But I had another kid, the post player, number 15, I thought he was too as well. He did a lot of good things. He can step out and shoot the three ball, but also it's going to be the keys to the game. We got to block out and we got to rebound. We're going to have to contain him. You have another kid, the Tatum kid, that steps up and play, but each and every day, Coach Carr always get those guys ready to battle, and I think they're going to be ready to battle tomorrow.
What's the key on your side? Who's the key?
Well, man,
I know you got all five, but
yes,
if you had a key on one person, say, okay, look, I need him to take control.
Yes, sir. Well, you always looking, right there. I have a veteran team, like I said, and each and every day we have to have 3 or 4 scorers for us to score the ball for us. We have my point guard, that's Zach Sells, that's been with me, like I said, and he's a tough player. He's a battler. He's been in each and every situation for me, and he's like the coach out there on the floor. So I really need him to lead us. And but you have come back with Mason Donald, my other 2 guard right there. You have Rylan Smart, my 3 guard, and then my 4 and my 5. But also you look at my 4, he's just a sophomore, number 30, Cordell Lowe. He's a left-handed sweet kid that can, he has a pretty shot and he gets to the rim. When he's scoring the ball for us, we're pretty deadly as well. And I try to tell him, we're looking for those guys to be all-state players. My post player, Jermaine Warren, is doing an exceptional job. He's going to have a big test tomorrow with blocking out and getting a lot of rebounds tomorrow for us as well. But then our bench players, because a lot of people don't understand that, you got to have those guys come off the bench to make some plays. So I bumped one guy down to a bench player, but that brings more depth to us now because he's coming off the bench and he's able to give us a little bit more scoring come off the bench. A lot of people say, well, he should be starting. No, he helped us, and as a team, that's what people got to understand.
Right. For sure.
You got to understand your role, and right now his role is coming off the bench, but he's giving us a whole lot more coming off the bench. We're giving us some scoring stability as well with that second group because, sometimes some teams don't have the depth that we have, and I think we can go about 8, 9 deep right now. So that's a plus for us because we got some guys that can come off because we're trying to rotate a 5-3 rotation, sometimes a 5-4 rotation, and it all depends on how well and how much foul trouble that we have as well, how deep we can go. But we feel we got some guys that can come off that bench and help us too, and it's going to be down to those key players coming off that bench and what we can step up and help out too in foul trouble. If we can get certain guys in foul trouble and key and knock down free throws, I think that's going to be the key to the game. But it's our defensive pressure. We got to make people play. We got to make people play. That's what we do. We play from 94 feet for 32 minutes, and that's what we do. Coach Carr knows when we step off the bus what we're going to do to them.
Right.
We're going to be running and gunning, but they're running and gunning team as well. So I saw them today, and everybody been telling me about them, just like he been telling me. Everybody been telling him about us. Everybody been telling me about Tatum as well.
Yeah, we actually seen them last night, and they're running gun for sure. But I think tomorrow's game between you two guys, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be what high school basketball is supposed to be about. Let me just ask you one last question, Coach.
Yes, sir. I'm good.
Any words or thoughts? I know you said it's your 15th year. What does coming to this tournament mean to you as a coach and as not only coach but as a man itself?
Oh, well, we talk about this tournament each and every year. My fans in Kuntz talk about it because one of my babies, like I said, he was here. I have one of them that's 21 right now, but he was raised up in this tournament, and he's always looking forward to this tournament. And then my younger boy is a freshman this year, so he's getting to see some of it as well when he was just a baby born here. And so all these old people that's been here, they know me, they know my family, so it means a lot when I come here and I try to represent Kuntz and try to show them the right way how to come out here and win and represent for Kuntz, Texas, and represent Kuntz people as well as what we do out there in Kuntz. We've been having a great program out there in Kuntz, and that's what we try to bring each and every day that we every year that we come out here to Tenaha, we want to represent them and show them how we play basketball in Southeast Texas at Kuntz.
Well, Coach, I know it's my first year to be here. but I can't wait to come back. It's an amazing tournament, and you guys have got a great team. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. Coach, I want to thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
Would you get some sleep? I know you're going to, if possible.
Yes, sir.
I know being a coach like myself, you're going to be up thinking, well, I do this, do that. But tomorrow's going to be fun. Two of the best in Texas in Class 2A.
That's what we're looking forward to. Because, like I say, take nothing away from Tatum. I know they are some good kids, some good coaches, and I learned from that, because that's going to put us in different situations as when we get in the district as well, because we want to see this type of competition to make us better for district ball games, because we got some tough competition in District 2 that we're looking forward to, but that's going to make us better for the playoff run as well, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Well, that was Coach D from the #1 team in the state, the Cooch Lions. Tomorrow, it's number 2 team in the state, Tatum Eagles. Championship game at Hoop Heaven Tournament. Coach, thank you. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. We need it, baby. We need it.
Tournament against Natchez, the same Natchez team, and almost made it to the very semi-final. County on the foul. Taking the contact, it's Allie Vaughn hitting the 2-ball. On the open break, it's 3-on-2, rising, and a foul. Does it count? Yes, it does. On air, that would be one for the ages. On the drive, it's Quinley. Quinley rises. Do they call a charge?
They call the charge. That's 2 on Quinley now.
20. Says she's going to do it herself. As for the ball screen from Joaquin.
She just stone cold. Watch that arm.
This gets whacked a couple of times. It's Yarbrough wide open. She's got it.
That's why Williams is on the floor. For that reason right there.
The basketball up and steals it right back. In the far side of Salazar. Great bounce pass. Under the basket and score. And we're tied up again. It's Wise. Catches, block foul is going to be called.
And that's 4 on Queenie.
Seconds left. Martins Mill, down 2 possessions, a 3. Good! Wow. Huge 3. Good! 2 seconds out of bounds. Martins Mill ball. No, it's Broadus ball.
Broadus' ball.
It's Broadus ball. On a final score from Tenaha, Texas. Broadus with a huge win, 45 to Martins Mill, 43. By JC. Phillips, laser pass, great head fake, and the drive is good for 2 for Myers.
Flashing to the middle.
Oh, good. Mackenzie Thompson who just checked in. As JC Phillips spins, head fake, splits the double team. Bryce getting him a foul! Beat up and battered after a dogfight against the #1 team in the land. Has a great find and an even better finish. Back-to-back pinwheel screens. Head out to Filson. She turns, Euros, layup, great English on the ditch on the finish. They cannot. We're set to go for another 8 minutes of Hoops action here in the semifinal. Great extra pass, the layup in the finish and a foul.
It was a blast to watch her
and a foul and one. Kilgore. And up on the floor, rolling forward. Somehow Gaylor comes up with it and knocks down a 3. We already saw a buzzer beater to end a quarter. With it is Kilgore. She spins and the foul. Presley on the far side sideline. More and more fans starting to fill in. As he up and under, counted out a foul. It's Filson again. Coach Bronson and company have 2 timeouts in their back pocket as Green with the bum wheel. The ball did get tipped. Great call. Great call by